Andrew?
Yes.
Pay attention, please. So today we're going to start something new. This is substitution or elimination method using addition. So I need you guys to take out your notes because I'm going to have you write some notes down, please. So everybody take out your notes. Make sure you have this available to you in your notes. Go ahead. All right. So there's two things that we're gonna need every time for this elimination method to work. Okay, so your first criteria is you're going to need the same digit. You're writing down these notes. The second criteria you need is you're going to need opposite signs. Same digit, opposite signs. Okay, so now I'm going to show you what I mean by that, okay? So when you have an addition problem, right? 2 plus 3. We used to, back in the day, solve them vertically, right? And this would tell us that it was 5 because we're adding 2 plus 3. Correct? Okay, so now I'm going to look at these two problems here, or this problem here, and I'm going to say that this is really an addition problem. I'm going to add them. Okay, so remember those two requirements, same digit, opposite sign? I'm going to look at the digits in front of my variables. Okay, so what's in front of x up here? And what's in front of x here? 2. Okay, so if I look at those two, do I have the same digit and an opposite sign? I do, right? So this is something I can work with. Let's look at the y's just in case. What's the digit in front of the y?
2.
And then a negative 2, right? And what about over here? So do I have same digit, opposite sign? Not for my y's, right? But I can do that for my x's. So by having the same digit and opposite signs, I can say that negative 2 plus 2x. Kevin, I need you awake, please, and listening. Is 0. So I can eliminate that. Okay, so now I'm going to look at this as an addition sign. I have a negative 2y plus a negative 3y. Okay, so I can use column method. I have a negative 2 and a negative 3. What is that going to give me? Negative what? What? Why 1? They're in the same column, so what do I do? Add them. So what is it going to give me? A negative 5, right? Negative 5. So I'm going to bring down minus 5y. Now on this side I have a negative 10 and a negative 5. So what does that give me? Negative 15. And I'm still using my steps to solve this problem. Okay? I'm still going to use the steps up there. Okay, so I'm going to, I'm not going to add the opposite. There's no parentheses. I'm going to divide by the coefficient. So how do I solve for y? Divide by what? Negative 5. Divide both sides by negative 5. Right? So then y is going to equal what? Negative divided by negative, they both become positive. What's 15 divided by 5? 15 divided by 5. 3. Okay, so now I know that y is equal to 3. Right? Pretty easy, right? I'm going to go back up here and I'm going to look at these. And I'm going to think, which one is going to help me solve for x? So I would pick the one that has the least amount of negatives because the negatives throw us for a loop, right? You with me, Jordan? So this bottom one has 2 negatives. This one has 3. So I'm going to take this bottom problem and I'm going to substitute. Instead of y, I'm going to put the value for it, which is 3. So I'm going to say 2x minus 3. Here I'm substituting my value of y, which is 3, equals negative 5. And now all I need to do is solve for x. So I can bring down my 2x. What is a negative 3 times 3? I hear a lot of silence, which tells me you're waiting for me to give you the answer instead of doing the thinking on your own. So I need you guys to think on your own. Okay, what's it going to be? Negative 9. Great. Thanks for thinking on your own. I appreciate it. Equals negative 5. All right. So now I'm going to go back to my list. I got rid of my parentheses, right? I multiplied negative 3 times 3. It gave me negative 9. And now I'm going to look. Do I have any like terms? Yes. Do I? Are they on the same side of the equal sign? They're on the opposite side, so I can't look at those. But can I move something? I can. I can move this negative 9, right? By adding the opposite. So what's the opposite of negative 9? So I'm going to say plus 9, and I'm going to say plus 9. So now because they are like, I can't add them to each other, right? This becomes 0, which gives me 2x. A negative 9 and a positive 5. So if I did column method for that here, I have a negative 5 and a positive 9. 5 is smaller, so I'm going to subtract it. What is 9 minus 5? 4 on the positive side. So 2x is equal to 4. Right? So now I'm going to divide because my next step is to undo this multiplication using its inverse operation, which is division. So I'm going to divide both sides by what number? 2. By 2. This becomes Juan, right? Juan's lazy. Let's let him hide. What is 4 divided by 2? 2. So x equals 2. So my answer is not y equals 3, x equals 2. My answer is going to be in the form of an ordered pair. X, comma, the value of x, which is 2, and the value of y, which is 3. 2, comma, 3. This is my answer. So these are linear equations, and if I was to graph them, these lines would cross at 2, comma, 3. You with me, Laura? No. Understand? Any questions? Okay, so I'm going to ask you, what are my rules? What do I need? Say it again, everybody. Everybody. 1, 2, 3. And then? Everybody again? Laura, you by yourself? Kevin, you by yourself? What? Can't hear you. Andrew, you by yourself? Eddie, you by yourself? Jordan, you by yourself? Almond, what do I need?
Same digit of the sign.
Justin, what do I need?
Same digits of the signs.
Isaiah, what do I need?
Same digit of the signs.
Greg, what do I need?
Same digit of the signs.
Tiffany, what do I need? Sophia, what do I need? Camila, what do I need? Frank, what do I need? Hannah, what do I need? Sharon, what do I need? Okay, so every single one of you just told me what I need. The 2 things that I need to make this okay, to make it work, okay? So we're going to look at every single set of problems that we have here, okay? So let's look at number 2. Look at your x's, look at your y's. What can I eliminate? So let's cross it out. Let's look at number 3. What can I eliminate? 6, what? Number 3, we're looking at number 3. negative 4x and 4x, right? So I can cross that out. Let's look at number 4. What can I eliminate? X and negative x, right? Cross it out. Take your hood off. All the way off. All the way off. No, it's not. Let's look at number 6. Which ones? Make sure you're careful. So this time it's the y's. How about number 6? X's or y's? My x's, right? Cross them out. Number 7. X's or y's? Number 8. X's or y's? You guys got the gist? Go ahead and take a minute. Look at them carefully. Cross out the ones that you need. Okay? So far so good. Some of you guys were like stumped on 11. And here's what I say. Look at it carefully. What are the 2 things that we need again? Everybody knows them. Okay, so here I have same digit. Do I have opposite sign? No. Let's look at my y's. Do I have same digit? Do I have opposite sign? That's why I cross out the y's. Okay, so be really careful and make sure that both of my requirements are there. Not just one, but both. Okay? And today we're going to focus on this type of problem. Tomorrow it gets a little bit tougher. Okay? So tomorrow it gets a little bit harder. Today should not be too hard, right? Today should be pretty simple. Let's go ahead and do another, maybe 2 more. Pick which one do you want to do? Let's look at number 5. I like number 5. 5. Okay, so here at number 5, I eliminated my y's. So I have a negative 6x and an x. What's really in front of this x? So let's go ahead and put a 1 there. Let's put that 1 there. Because I want to make sure that you guys understand there's really a Juan there. Juan is shy, he's lazy, likes to just hide. But I want you guys to remember that he needs to be there right now because I need him. Okay? So now I have a negative 6 and a positive 1. Okay? What is a negative 6 plus a positive 1? Let's make our T-chart. Plus and minus. I have a negative 6 and a positive 1. Which number is smaller? 6. So I'm going to go ahead and subtract 1 from this 6. What is 6 minus 1? What side is it on? That means my answer is going to be a negative 5x. And it's going to equal, what is 6 plus 4? Can I solve this really easily now?
Yep.
What do I need to do? Divide both sides by what? By what? Make sure you include that negative. I don't want a negative x as an answer. So that's Juan, right? Because they both become positive. So x is equal to 10 divided by a negative 5. What kind of answer am I going to get? A negative answer. What is 10 divided by 5? 10, 4, 2? Negative 2. So now that I know that x is negative 2, I can pick one of these. And you know what? This bottom one is all positive. So instead of x, what am I going to write? What does x equal? Negative 2. So I'm going to say negative 2, right? That's my x. Plus 6y is equal to 4. Right? So how do I move this along now? What's the opposite is going to be plus 2 to both sides, right? This is 0. I'm going to bring down my 6y is equal to 6. And then my last step is to do what? By 6. Both sides by 6. Now y is equal to what? What is 6 divided by 6?
2. 1.
1. So my answer, remember I wanted an ordered pair. My answer is going to be -2, comma 1. That's my answer. Got it? Makes sense?
Yeah.
Yes? Okay. So you're really just looking at adding these two equations like you would any old school addition, right? You're just going on the vertical. Vertical means up and down. Like a vampire likes to hang from the rafters. Okay? Up and down. So let's go ahead and pick one more. We'll do one more. And then I'll set you free to do it on your own. Pick one. What do you guys want to do?
All of them.
Ha! 8.
8? Okay.
9.
Let's look at 8. I have a plus y equals 9. Who's hiding? Juan. Let's add Juan to that equation. Okay? Add Juan to that equation. So now I have plus 1y plus 2y. So what is 1 plus 2? 3y, right? So I can bring down my 3y. My x's, we already decided, eliminated. Correct? Now I have a 9 plus a -12. Do I need to do column method for that? Maybe. Let's do it anyway. My 9 is positive. My 12 is negative. What number's smaller? 9 or 12? So let's go ahead and subtract 9 from 12, which gives me what? 3. On the negative side. So my answer on this side is going to be -3. Make sense? So how do I undo this now? Positive 3. Gives me Juan, right? So y is equal to what? -1. Now I can take that -1 and substitute it into one of these equations over here. Top or bottom? Looks like the top one has all positives, right? So we're going to say 2x plus, and instead of just y, we're going to write -1 equals 9. Sorry. Now look, I have a plus and negative. Can I rewrite that easier, simpler? Can I just say that 2x minus 1 is equal to 9? Right? Because plus and negative means I'm just subtracting. Okay, so now I'm going to add my opposite. What's my opposite? What's my opposite? Plus 1. So I'm going to add 1 to both sides, which gives me 2x is equal to 10. Can I divide this now? What number am I dividing by? I'm going to divide both sides by 2. What does x equal? X equals 5. So now I have my x. For my ordered pair, my x is going to be 5. I don't know what y is. Oh, yeah, I do. Y is -1. I lied. There's my answer. 5, -1. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Any questions? Question? No. Well, yeah, it does matter based on whatever you eliminated. Okay, so if you eliminated x's, you're going to solve for y first. If you eliminated y's, you're going to do x's first. Okay, that's the only reason it matters. And you can put it in either one of these equations when you're done, the top or the bottom. I go for the easier one, where the one that has the least amount of chances for me to make a mistake. Okay, there's no right or wrong, except for that answer is going to be right or wrong. Okay, and always in ordered pair, x before y.
So always do the